Hey everybody, it's Rental Robert with the No Pay No Stay Network. I want to talk to you about a situation that I had come up last week with a person. They own almost $1 million worth of real estate and they're broke. I know it's hard to believe. Stay tuned and we'll get into this. It's pretty amazing. All right, so we're talking about to this person that's asking me about if I know anybody that would loan them some money. And we get to talking, and they got a total of 5 properties that are paid for. They have no type of W-2 income for proof. They are a self-employed person with less than 2 years tax returns of their business. And they're in a bind that even with about $1 million in real estate that's all paid for, they can't get a loan. Not at all. There's not a bank that will touch them because they have no proof of income. And banks are not in the property business. They're in the loan business and they're in the getting paid business. And they really don't want to talk to you if you don't have proof that you can pay them back. And so the irony of this whole thing is how can you be a millionaire but virtually broke? And that's exactly the situation that this person is in. And I've heard of this phenomena happening before where people were real estate rich but cash poor. And I've never been in this situation myself personally, and so it really didn't register. However, you know, I've had bad credit. I've had houses go into foreclosure, so I totally understand the credit thing. The problem for this individual is that they're in a bind and they're hemorrhaging money bad, okay? And their lifestyle and their bills are at about where you need to be, you know, making $80,000 a year, and they might be making $25,000. And, you know, I found them a person that would give them a $40,000 loan on the house. I think it was like 12 or 15% on the interest, but it was paid back in 10 years. But the house was worth $200,000, you know, and so for the investor, the risk was worth it. But it ends up that this person is saying that they actually need quite a bit more money. And so, you know, that deal did not end up going through. But here's the thing is that they are in such a predicament that even though this property's all paid for, they can't get any money on it. You know, except in special circumstances, and basically it's private money, you know, and I talked to them and told them, said, you know, you really need to get these houses rented, you know, so you can start getting some cash flow coming in and everything, so you can tread water. Right now you're sinking. And the thing about it is, you know, we all talk about it. It might be a good problem to have. However, you know, when your ship is sinking, and I really don't know if they knew or understand the magnitude of the situation that they're in, you know, but it is not a good situation to say the least. And you know, I don't blame them for not taking the lesser loan, because what they ended up doing, they wanted my investor to buy a piece of property that they've actually owned or financed somebody, and you know, the upside versus downside is just not there. And so you know, it wasn't something that my investor wanted to end up doing, and you know, this person told me it just wasn't going to be enough money for them. So, you know, it's a very peculiar situation to be in. However, I understand, you know. So it's Rental Robert with the No Pay No Stay Network, and I just did this because it was, you know, one of those things in the sense of, you know, keep your money right, keep your credit good, and you know, stay in a situation. Even if you set up an LLC that you're getting a paycheck from on a regular basis, you've always got a backup to show some type of proof of income, you know, unless you've got one heck of a track record with a bank and a personal relationship. It's very hard to do business without having those W-2s to be able to prove and say, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is what I can pay back. So it's No Pay, No Stay Network. Please check us out on YouTube. Have a wonderful day.